Are you one of those who hire an interior designer and then think that your responsibility and role is completely over and the designer will take it from there? But in reality, the designer needs you to be involved in every process from start to end because the design will be responsive to your requirements and your needs. So, do you know what is your role in the design process? There are 8 things which the client is responsible for. First one is a brief. Providing a clear brief to the client is very important. Your wish list, whatever your problems you are facing currently, or what you wish to change according to the next phase you are shifting in, is very, very important for the designer to know. Also, if there are any vastu inputs you need to give, the brief is the right time to give that kind of inputs for the designer to take it. The second one is a budget. You need to have a very clear idea of what you can spend and what your budget limits are. And this also needs to be communicated to the designer because the designer will accordingly choose the materials and mend the design as per your budget. And doing a market research also beforehand is important for you to know where your budget stands and what materials you can include in your budget. The third one is timeline. So when you understand the timeline well, you will know that a certain amount of work needs a certain amount of time. So a project which might take 6 months to complete, and if you take 3 months for that, you might end up having a bad workmanship or a chaotic work process wherein there you might not be satisfied in the end. So if you have a clearer picture at the start and give a little more time to exercise, etc., which will enable you to plan ahead for the time. So once you've set a budget, you know what your payment schedules are. The designer, the contractors, everybody gives you a payment schedule. Even with the vendors and material coming in, if the payments are done on time, the project usually runs very smooth. So you should be ready with the kind of payment you are supposed to do each month to have a smooth design process. So another very important thing is timely feedback. Whenever a designer approaches you with the design, it is crucial that you think over it, take your time, but also time yourself in a certain amount of days or a week or so. Think about it and get back very clearly. The correct feedback is also important. If you keep changing your mind every few days, it might cause delays and sometimes redoing the work on site. So, accurate and timely feedback is very, very important. Another thing which is crucial is being transparent. So, if there are any issues with the site, if there are any builder rules, norms, any kind of restriction, we need to know prior. And if that is communicated well, there are no surprises in between the project. When the designer gives you the presentation, it is important for you to go through each file and folder and not just browse through it. Because once you approve the drawing, the designer is going to go to the next stage. And after the next stage is passed, changing anything might cause you time, money, and unnecessary effort for the design. The most important thing with any client and a designer relationship is trust. So you might interview 50 designers, but once you find those one, have complete faith and trust in them that they are going to do and design as per your needs and take into account everything that you want to do. So if you trust them, the design will be much, much better and the outcome will be phenomenal. So to summarize, the client is responsible for providing a brief having a clear budget, understanding the timeline, making timely payments, giving timely and accurate feedback, having complete transparency, and having faith and trust in the design. So our next video, we are going to talk about things to avoid which hamper the design process. If you've learned something new with this video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.